When making any content, whether you're editing or whether you're filming, there's one unsung hero that is the lifeline of it all. You've probably watched a video back and thought, oh, this looks cool, but it's missing something. So maybe you tweaked the color grade a little bit, maybe you added some extra sound design to try to bring in some more depth, but it still didn't feel cinematic. Now, most people would say it's because it wasn't filmed right, but the filming part is only half of the battle here. See, it really comes down to the story. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact frameworks that I use, from storytelling to shooting to editing, to build cinematic pieces that actually connect, so that you can avoid the rookie mistake that makes even the sexiest footage feel flat, and finally be able to create videos that hold weight and look, well, cinematic. Now, when people think cinematic, they think visuals like color grading or lighting or depth of field, etc., that kind of thing. But true cinematic feeling comes from emotion, and emotion comes from story. See, there are tons and tons of ways to tell a story well, but there's one that's by far, in my opinion, the most powerful when it comes to YouTube specifically. In fact, I'm sure many of you guys know who he is, but think of Peter McKinnon or Sam Colder or Casey Neistat, right? Their videos aren't just tutorials or vlogs, right? They're journeys. There's always a challenge. There's always a moment of struggle. There's always a transformation of some sort, even in something simple like making coffee. And that's the power of the hero's journey, which is this specific storytelling technique. See, every single cinematic video, it usually has a character, it has a conflict and a change. And that transformation, big or small, is what makes people feel. See, something that you can do before filming is just ask yourself, what's the transformation in this video? And if you don't know, then try to think about what that could be. If your viewers feel that change, it'll always feel cinematic, no matter the camera. Although, with that said, while storytelling is everything, there is also a part of the life of the whole creation process, and that's building a career around it so that we could actually make it sustainable. Basically learning how to earn money doing this so that you can actually create what you want without the limitations and stress that come with not having enough finances to create. And by the way, this isn't a sponsor, but I just wanted to mention that if you are a videographer watching this, making like 3 to 5K a month, and you're trying to scale to that next level, like 20K plus a month, again, not a sponsor, but one of my really good friends, his name's Boris. I just wanted to quickly give him a shout out. He created a really, really awesome program. I highly recommend that you guys go check it out. The program that he created is called Create Freedom. And honestly, what he's built for videographers is actually insane. We were on a call the other day. He was walking me through it. He recently had a videographer in his community literally pass $200,000 in 1 month. Yeah, you heard that right, 200K. And he did it because he's helped filmmakers one-on-one, over 200 of them. And he set up almost like a business in a box for them. Because based off what Boris was telling me on our chat the other day, you basically get like a full ad script, a full CRM, local lead generation system or strategy, and you even get like live group coaching calls from him, the whole 9 yards. And it basically, the whole result of his program is to help you be able to land high ticket video deals. So anyways, Boris, for watching this, shout out, buddy. I wanted to give him a shout since he's crushing it, and I really wanted to shine some light on the program he's created. It's a genuinely good product. I'm super proud. So I just wanted to, if any of you guys are videographers watching this, I definitely urge you to go check that out. I'll put the link below, but also if you want to go show Boris some love on his channel, he recently started a channel as well. I'll link his channel below. You could check out some of his videos before you check out the program he's done. I just wanted to put that out there. So nowadays, I think that we can all agree that everyone can film something that looks good, right? But not everyone can film something that feels good. And cinematic visuals really are all about psychology, not just pointing and shooting your camera. I see this way, way too often. Most people frame shots based off what looks pretty. And yeah, there's some strategy or some good things that can be created cinematically from doing that, but it's not what communicates emotion. See, when videography becomes cinematography, it's because of the emotional language. For example, I mean, this is just super basic stuff, but low angles usually tend to create or evoke a sense of power. Handheld shots usually add a little bit more chaos. Things like a slow push-in, it builds a little bit more of a feeling of intimacy. Or a static wide shot, which creates this like isolation or stillness sort of vibe. My point of going over this super basic sort of fundamentals of framing your shot in order to evoke a specific emotion is all to say that every shot should serve the emotion of the story. And that's emotional composition. It's basically where you're not just showing the scene, you're making the viewer feel the scene. In fact, when I'm about to film something, I will always try to ask myself, what does this moment particularly feel like? And how can I make the viewer feel that too? And sometimes I will change outside sources in order to make it feel that way, or the way that I want it to feel. Because we can manipulate our environment to create a certain feeling that we want to evoke. But this is also where the unsung hero, again, comes into the picture. And it's the ones who turn these video files into the art. This is where editing is where cinematic becomes real. It's the emotional conductor, the story architect. It's the ones who are in control of the pacing, the rhythm, the silences that hold the stories together. I mean, you can see this video I'm filming right now. If I showed you it straight out of camera, it's shot in log. It looks dead, it looks raw, right? But with a little bit of editing, a little touch of some color grading and the right cutting, this feels like a cohesive video. It feels nicely paced and the color grade is good and all that, right? That's because of editing. Most editors, the problem is they focus on cutting out silences and mistakes, and they just treat it like a factory line, throwing on effects and animations. But what editors need to do in order to make something truly look cinematic or feel cinematic is it's really polish, right? Polish is the word that I would sum it up as. Now, this comes in many different forms, but overall, cinematic editing is about emotional continuity. So if you cut too soon or you cut too late, what happens is you break the rhythm of the story. So the secret to rhythmic storytelling, in order to bring all this together and to edit for feeling, not frames, to edit cinematically, it's to cut on emotion rather than motion. When your pacing matches the emotional flow, people stop watching the edit and start feeling the story. And that's the key. That's what you want. So if you want to truly make cinematic videos in 2026, remember that first, storytelling, it creates transformation, not the information. 2 is the video side of things, where you make your visuals serve the emotion, not ego. And thirdly is the editing. And this is where you cut for feeling, not for timing. Again, guys, if you are a videographer who wants to turn that creative skill into a real income, then I highly suggest you go check out my buddy's channel, Boris. I'll link his channel right below. Or if you guys want to learn how to apply storytelling into your edits much better, then you can watch this video next. With that being said, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.